Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata 311. As you may remember, Krishna took on his Vishvarupa, his gigantic form, and then he went back, after a while, to his regular form. He took Satyaki and Vidura by their hands and went out of the hall. He took leave of all the rishis who had assembled there. They went away too, after the departure of Krishna. The entire assembly of kings and others followed Krishna like smoke following in the wake of fire. Kritavarma had just brought the army to the palace gate. He brought the chariot to the front of the assembly hall. He saw Krishna coming out of it. Krishna would not speak a word to the many kings who followed him. He did not take leave of anyone. Kritavarma saw great sadness in the eyes of Krishna. Krishna heard the voice of Dhritarashtra. "Krishna, you have seen for yourself the power I have over my son. You came here with the hope of bringing about peace between these warring cousins. Please do not have any bad feelings about me. I do not hate the Pandavas. You saw how I have tried to convince my son. What can I do?" Krishna heard his words. In the act of leaving, Krishna paused with one foot on the footboard of the chariot. He turned his head and said, "I am speaking to all the elders of this great assembly. You have all seen how much I tried to avert this war. You saw what happened in the court today. You all saw how Duryodhana left the court flaunting his pride in my face. Now Dhritarashtra too declares that he is powerless. I take leave of you all. I am going back to Yudhishthira." Krishna's chariot moved fast. He was speeding towards the house of Vidura, where he had to take leave of Kunti, his aunt. He reached the house soon, after greeting Kunti with his prostrations. Krishna told her about the happenings in the court. He said this forest of kings will soon be burnt by the fire called the Pandavas. He was silent for a while. Then he said, "I have to go back now. Let me take leave of you. Please give me your message to the Pandavas. I will tell them how I found you and how eager you are to see them." Kunti said, "Tell my sons that they are all kshatriyas, that they are the sons of Kunti, that there were heavenly voices heard when they were born, that I expect them to behave as kshatriyas. Tell Draupadi that I am proud to have her as my daughter. They are all protected by you, Krishna. I have no worry. Go in peace, my child." Krishna took leave of her and left for Upaplavya. As soon as Krishna left the hall, Duryodhana stormed at everyone and said, "Let the preparations for war begin at once, this very moment. I cannot eat or sleep until this war begins." The 11 Akshokinis were asked to proceed towards the field called Kurukshetra as early as possible. Dhritarashtra and Bhishma with Drona and Vidura tried once again to talk to him, but they could not move him. He decided to win or die. Chapter 16. Surya is your father. Just before Krishna left for Upaplavya, he took Radeya in his chariot along with Satyaki. He took him to a place far removed from the haunts of people. He left Satyaki in the chariot and walked some distance with Radeya's hand linked in his. Suddenly he began to speak. Krishna said, "Radeya, you are a good man. You have ever been true to Dharma. Why do you support this sinful Duryodhana? You are well versed in the Vedas and the Vedangas. You have mastered all the holy books, and you know the very heart of righteousness. You know Dharma with its subtle shades, which are so many, why then do you do this sinful act? Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.